I'll confess this much. When she laughed, it felt like the blade twisted in me all over again. Her voice rang out across that cold courtroom, sharp and cutting, like shattered glass. Half your fortune, and the estate your grandmother left you, it's mine too. The gallery chuckled. Even her attorney allowed himself a smug grin. She believed she had me cornered. And for a long while, I let her think exactly that. I married Claire a decade ago. Back then, she seemed all warmth, light, and devotion, or at least that's what I chose to see. Together we filled my grandmother's estate with memories, its lavender-scented halls and polished wood whispering her presence in every corner. I told Claire it was sacred, untouchable. She kissed me, swore she'd protect it too. Promises, though, rot quickly when greed seeps in. I ignored the warnings at first. Her late nights, the sudden taste for expensive wines, the hush phone calls that always ended the second I stepped into the room. I convinced myself patience was love. But patience is exactly what traitors feast on. The truth surfaced one evening when I opened her laptop. She had forgotten to close a draft email to her lawyer. A detailed plan to bleed me dry, my accounts, my shares, the estate. Every line dripped with contempt, as if I were nothing more than a roadblock between her and the life she felt entitled to. I didn't rage. I didn't shout. I just went quiet. That quietness became my weapon. I never confronted her, not once. That would have spoiled everything. Instead, I faded into the background, a shadow. First, I moved my liquid assets with precision, legally, carefully, and visibly. Trusts, shell companies, transfers so meticulous her attorney would never untangle them. Then came the estate, the prize she craved most. I locked it away under a heritage trust in my grandmother's name, ironclad in law, excluding anyone not of direct bloodline. Untouchable. Meanwhile, I let her indulge. Designer clothes, lavish trips, first-class flights with her friends. All from the joint accounts I knew she'd drain dry. I let her feel clever. Let her believe she was winning. And the more she spent, the tighter the noose I'd been weaving drew around her. By the time divorce proceedings began, Claire radiated arrogance. She swept into the courtroom like royalty arriving at a coronation. Her lawyer painted me as the cold, unfeeling millionaire who owed her the world. I said nothing. I let their performance play out. Then came her moment of triumph. That cruel, triumphant laugh when she declared she'd take half my fortune and the estate. The judge raised an eyebrow. The gallery buzzed. Claire smirked, her eyes blazing into mine, waiting for me to break. I didn't. Instead, I reached into my briefcase, pulled out a heavy envelope I'd prepared months earlier, and slid it toward the judge. Check again, I said. My voice was calm, almost indifferent, but the weight in it shifted the entire room. The judge opened the envelope, certified filings, notarized documents, every thread of the web I had spun. He read carefully, then looked up at Claire. And he laughed. Not a polite chuckle, but a sharp, uncontrollable laugh that cut through the courtroom. Mrs. Turner, he said, still smiling, you have filed claims to assets that were never your husband's to give. This estate belongs solely to his grandmother's trust. You have no claim here. The color drained from her face. Her lawyer fumbled with papers, stammering, searching desperately for a lifeline that didn't exist. The room hummed like a storm about to break. Claire's eyes flicked toward me, wide, disbelieving. I tilted my head ever so slightly, just enough for her to understand. I let you walk into this trap. The judge went on, steady and faintly amused. Furthermore, the evidence shows Mrs. Turner herself depleted the joint accounts voluntarily. Mr. Turner's assets remain intact through legitimate means. This court finds no grounds for her claim to half his wealth. Her earlier laughter echoed grotesquely in my memory. The smirk was gone, replaced by trembling lips. She had played her cards loudly. I had played mine in silence. When it ended, I stepped out into the cold afternoon air. The sky was gray and heavy, yet I felt lighter than I had in years. Claire emerged minutes later, eyes red, makeup smeared, her lawyer refusing to meet her gaze. She tried to speak, but I didn't let her. Silence was my final answer. What words could matter now? She had lost everything she schemed to steal. Worse still, she realized she had never truly known me at all. I walked away slow and steady. I could still hear her laughter from earlier, Sharp and greedy. But now it belonged to me. It would haunt her, not me. The estate still stands, untouched, protected. A fortress of memory she will never lay hands on. Justice doesn't shout. It whispers, precise and inevitable. And as I closed the chapter of Claire Turner, I felt no regret. Only clarity. She toyed with fire. I destroyed her with silence.